Whew. Okay, alright. So, I made it to the backyard. How's the audio? Alright. Right off the bat, I'm not really much of an audio guy at all. There's like no crossover between audio recording and classical fine arts and painting and stuff. A lot more similarities with like filmmaking. If there are crossovers, I just can't see it because audio just goes way too technical for me. That being said, I like the audio coming out from the S1H. It actually sounds a lot nicer than the A7, the first one at least, the A7S. Purely an amateur take, using that Takstar, baby. Takstar's going strong. Anyways, this is actually my first video using autofocus. So we'll see how that goes. It is Panasonic, so it's not really known for having that great autofocus, but apparently they're kind of over-exaggerated by a lot of people. It's passable. It's just compared to the Sony God and Canon and stuff, it just doesn't really compare. From what I understand, I just know that Sony's autofocus, their face tracking and everything, it's kind of creepy how good they are at tracking faces and shit. Anyways, yeah, and I'm actually loving this little the flip out screen. I haven't done this since my first Rebel, and I like it. I didn't know how much I miss shooting with it. I actually really fell in love with the A7S just tilt screen. I do a lot of lower angle shooting. I like doing upshots and stuff like that. And so having that tilt screen was really nice, and having to flip it out and stuff to enable that was kind of a hassle. So I do like having the option of both flipping it out like that and the OG flip out screen. In the backyard, shooting what I can. So I'm shooting Cinema 4K, 422 10 bits. Forgot the exact codec I'm using, but it's the good one. I don't really need 6K, and 6K doesn't have 422. But 4K, 422 10-bit was what I was really looking for, plus that 14 stops dynamic range, which according to Cinema 5 is more closer to a 12.5 stop dynamic range, is really nice. So I'm shooting with the, of course, the kit lens, using, I should probably close my legs, it's really weird. Shooting with the kit lens, using, just using the leading LUT. I was referred to Gerald Undone. I feel like he's kind of becoming the YouTubers for these camera geeks and stuff. He's becoming kind of the dad of the group. But yeah, he pushed me over to leading LUT, and I just bought it. Might as well. Again, try and take this seriously. I'm actually buying professional LUTs and not just buying creative LUTs. You see, blah 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 blah. I'm trying to buy professional grade LUTs. And yeah, I also bought another set of LUTs that he referred to that I'm gonna try out after this. Yeah. So far, I'm loving this camera. The dynamic, it's just such a clean image you get. It's so, I don't know, I really like it. The fall off of shadows and stuff is just very pleasing, very pleasing. Pretty excited to actually see what I just shot. That Planet Earth-esque footage. I'm gonna practice my David Attenborough impression. But yeah, it's kind of fun shooting those bees. Even though I'm terrified of bees, they bully me. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the footage you saw out of this beast of a camera. Let me know what you guys think, the three of you guys who do watch my videos. Let me know what you guys think about the footage, whether or not you notice a big jump between this and the original A7S. I'm going to be shooting a lot. I'm just going to be practicing with this camera. There's so much features, there's so much little buttons, and so much things I need to learn. Learn every little nook and cranny the camera has to offer, because it has a lot to offer. So that's gonna be kind of the goal for this weird quarantine. Shooting my backyard for as long as I can handle it before I get too bored. I might walk over. I live right next door to a park. I might head over there to shoot a little bit. But I'm gonna be practicing a lot, shooting with Vlog. Finding out what exactly HLG is. People talk about it a lot, and the little bit I looked it up, I thought it was kind of be like S-Log or something. It's completely way more technical than that. It's something about how to do with HDR imaging and stuff, and how some screens can't see it or some shit. I don't know. And that's kind of what I was hoping for with this camera, to take a more serious step forward into the videography, DP, cinematographer career, is to really understand the technicalities of what goes on within a camera. I come from a art background. I draw and paint in the manner of the Renaissance painters, so true classical fine art. And jumping into a very technical medium like filmmaking has actually been somewhat, or actually I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, just trying to learn the technical side of these cameras, because seems like the serious DPs, the serious filmmakers really do know what's going on inside that body, and they managed to crunch down so much features into essentially a DSLR sized body. Yeah, I've got a lot to learn, and I'm excited to learn it. It's like 1,000 degrees all of a sudden in California. For the longest time during the quarantine, it was such a drab, like such a like gloomy, moody, like cloudy day. We don't get those a lot in California, but in Southern California, I should say. And it really matched the mood of the quarantine. And all of a sudden, it feels like summer. Like I'm on my tank top. It's, I don't know how hot it is. It's hot. It's a warm day. Probably next week is gonna go back to, like, rainy, moody, sad, and yeah. I don't know how long this has been going. I'm a little afraid the audio might be clipped for this. We shall see. I can always just record. This is my backyard. From this moment forward, I'm gonna start shooting using the other LUT I bought from, which is from 55 Media, which again was referred to by the man himself, the dad himself. Gerald Undad. Alright, I'm gonna stop now. There are some birds there. Maybe I can try shooting it. Maybe I can flip the camera around real quick. Alright, let's see. I scared them away as soon as I moved up. But how's that autofocus though? Alright. Yeah, well, I don't know how to end this. I don't even know where this video is going. Just enjoy the test footage, I guess. If I do shoot after this, it will be shot with 55 Media's LUTs instead of the Leeming LUTs. So, yeah, compare and contrast. Tudes. So I was out of frame.